Nice. Here we go. Those eyes are really big. Like, those are big eyes.
Okay. Alright, well, welcome back. Let's start again. Oops. CloPlaysGames.
Super happy to be here.
Laura. It would have been enough for something temporary.
Sorry I stole your bed.
Hey, it doesn't matter. Besides, what kind of gentleman would I be if I leave a lady sleeping in such uncomfortable conditions?
Zach, will you marry me?
Not in this house. My nana will give me a tough scolding if I ever did that, I'm telling you.
Thanks a lot, Zach. I know I barged in at a very inconvenient time last night.
Yeah, he's written to be very compassionate.
I wasn't really thinking when I did, and...
Zach is like
it's
the
cool,
nicest
Bella.
man
I
you
ain't
could
mad
ever
at you.
imagine. Like, he
That's
just
what
did this
friends
thing
do.
where a friend of his
You guys
came
are welcome here
to his
anytime.
apartment.
Yeah.
Just unannounced because she had a really bad night.
Yeah.
And he's like, here, please take my bedroom, right? Take my bed. Because he lives in like a studio apartment.
She wouldn't, she insisted on the couch, so she fell asleep on the couch, and he waited till she fell asleep, and then he put her on the bed.
Oh, okay. No, gotcha. Sorry. You're right. I missed that detail.
He carried her to bed?
He carried her, which is, in my opinion, a bit more creepy than what I had in my mind.
No, because if you look at it, it's just like from one to another
That's
place.
a little bit more weird, knowing that he just slid his hands beneath my back.
Maybe
feeling,
he had like
feeling my clothes with his fingertips.
They've been friends for a long time.
And
he's a potential...
Maybe he had like a jack-lift for a car.
Maybe
more refined and personal.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like a forklift.
Yeah. No. I'm pretty sure that is it. But anyway,
look, Isabella,
she's like, oh, you didn't have to do that. Yeah, it's so sweet.
Is it a dating sim?
Sort of. It's a horror thing. It's a horror dating sim.
It's a dating sim. It has some romance to it.
That is tiny.
But it's a horror visual novel.
It's a little bit small, actually.
Okay.
It's true. Yeah, and this tells you how good your relationships are. Oh, look how low it is with Hannah. Because we totally rejected her.
Well, to be fair, Hannah was a married woman flirting with us, and Hannah's not alive anymore because we fucked up the relationship with Luke. And
we didn't do so well, I'll be honest.
Luke,
relationship statuses are low, and people are dying.
We're gonna have to go for you again and try to keep people alive, but whatever.
This is gonna take me my whole life to play this game. There's so much. Look at how many people we haven't played yet. This is unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, talking more.
It's been like 6 months.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah.
Hey, it's cool, Bella. I ain't mad at you. That's what friends do. Oh.
He's a bit of a lack as well.
Although Ashton abuses the anytime part a lot, I don't really mind.
So this happens when there's a long pause, but it's because she's listening to the audio that we have yet to hear.
Oh, do you not hear the audio?
No. I do, girl. It's just, it's delayed a tiny bit.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
that's
fine.
Okay.
I was wondering if, because remember that one time I was trying to stream it for you or whatever, and you started speaking over their speaking parts, and I'm like, what are you doing? It's voice acted. Some places.
Yeah, exactly.
Zachary's pretty face.
Isn't it cute?
He don't got much of a jawbone though.
He doesn't. No, he looks surprisingly feminine.
Very
from
much
that
so.
angle, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Wow. You might have less wiggle room if all four of us are present,
just like a
considering the
tad
size of this
Quite
place.
a bit.
As long as no one makes anything explode, it's totally fine.
That's true.
Fine or not, I still owe you one for last night's trouble. Especially
He's a
since you
photographer
don't
as well.
seem to be...
Yeah. His camera's bigger than his head.
That's because they always, when the person's talking, they're smaller in the corner. Don't you know how dating or visual sims go? Because you played it all the time, obviously.
Yes, okay, he's not actually that size. He's not actually that small, don't worry.
But they had the
It's
camera
just-
in his head in the same context, and one was bigger than the other.
Doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone think that? Why would anyone...
A concerned expression passes over her features as she spares another curiously glance over the table, back to the bottle holding every small piece of what keeps the bad memories at bay. The blood blooming over Pa's heart, the horrified look at Ma's face as she watches him fall lifeless to the ground, and everyone's ounce of spite seeping through the stranger's smile. You don't belong here. You monkeys don't belong here. It never stops, doesn't it?
Well, you don't seem to be feeling well. Let me know, okay?
I think they really want to portray him as a bad guy.
She makes a slight gesture with her head towards the bottle, asking a question without really asking. Subtly subtly. How do I say that word?
Subtly?
Subtly. Yeah, there we go.
I don't see it yet, but
that's like my dyslexia.
Subtly?
Sometimes I know what the word is,
subtly.
but I don't know how to say
oh,
it.
wow, look at that.
Yeah, English sucks.
Subtlety.
Learn Russian.
Yeah, good advice. That's it.
Did you just
That's
say
it.
English sucks? Learn Russian.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he did.
Or Japanese. Japanese is a better pronunciation.
Hi, sensei.
Wow. See? See?
Arigatou gozaimasu.
See? It's like second nature.
Hajimashite. Carolyn desu. Dozo yoroshiku.
Oh shit, I don't know Japanese.
Jesus, Sergey.
Nihongo o hanashimasen.
That's all I know.
Well,
I need to practice.
very...
I only took one semester in college, okay? Or one quarter in college. Okay.
Did you do that on the spot? Oh my god.
Bravo.
No, let's can we move on, please?
Oh.
May I remind you how long this game is?
Okay, sorry. Subtly has never been one of her greatest assets, but right now even Ash would have been a little amazed, if not a loss for words at that. She has left it up to me whether I'll give her the response she wants to hear or not. Okay. A little clever coming from her, if anyone would ask me. Should we play it off or tell the truth?
Hold on. She has left it up to me whether oh, okay.
So I think this is basically to tell her the truth about Ash or something. Or...
I personally think... Okay, well, I think if we tell her the truth, they're gonna get closer. Okay. And I think that's what we wanted to do, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think so, because when we were playing as her, we were trying our best to flirt with him.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Can you look at his relationship with her one more time?
That's a lot of menu buttons.
So
it's a lot.
See, so this is I mean, we're spoiling ourselves a little bit, but this is like the path. So this is basically what
Lol, look at him. Look at him. 2%? Why is Hannah 48%? What? We finished it.
No, because you can go further, I think, if you don't get her killed, probably. Or, no, maybe because we didn't do all the things. So this is all the different paths you can potentially take.
Can you click on relationship one more time, Carl? Oh my god, we get to play as Luke. We get to play as Luke at the end of this?
Well then.
Look
at it. I get it. It's like you can choose the other...
So we can go back and choose the other path later if we want.
Got it. Damn.
This is what got Hannah killed. Whatever that was.
I
want to see if it's like meant to be with... Oh. Look how much we miss out. How much you miss out on if you don't get her killed. Like, something happens, blah, blah, blah. And then here's, like, dead.
Oh my god, yes. Look, oh yeah, that's probably,
That's not good.
Well, she ended up killed because her husband either got possessed or is just an enormous douche. We're not too sure what it is.
Honestly, I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, exactly. We're not totally sure. So we kept sort of going. So we kept going up against him because he was awful, and he's like such a terrible racist, right?
Yeah.
And so of course he ends up killing her, right? And we're thinking if you actually make the choices that show a lot of patience for him, he might. A lot of other stuff happens.
Yeah.
So,
If you have a better relationship with him, or if you don't blow up on him, maybe. Like, and remember we blew up on him because he basically knocked up some other girl and then the girl accused at the party, and then they got a huge fight in front of everyone. And we
also had Hannah. Yeah, go ahead. Go on.
And then she told all of them that he would have been bankrupt if it wasn't for her. Basically, like ruining his manhood of like being the provider. She's like, "Bitch, you wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for me." So that's my summary of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And we also, as Hannah, we also flirted with Zach a lot. And Lucas noticed that. He's like, "You're hanging around with this guy.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?"
The same flock of birds circling the building for the last 10 minutes.
Oh, they're very...
being traced.
being...
by wild enemies.
Being located as we speak.
Here we go.
But it's never easy, ain't it? Talking about my own problems, that is. It will never be, not a long shot. Not when I've let it stay this way for so long. I realized that long ago, when the words are still fresh and the dreams are a nightly occurrence, can't force yourself to get better or move on to better things. It is what's normal now, and I can only cope. The question in her eyes may be unwarranted, born simply out of curiosity and sincere concern for a friend.
So confusing.
I don't owe her an explanation. In fact, I think he's talking about his past now. I was like, which one are we talking about? I don't know. But of all the people I keep close in my life, she's probably one of the very few who perhaps I can trust with this. Okay, yeah, so this is the right choice because we've been wanting to hook up Isabella and Zach anyway. And him opening up to her is probably improving their relationship. Maybe she won't understand entirely.
I like that idea.
I can never hope she will. No, never to the full extent. That alone is expecting too much of her and giving too much of what I can. However, for all her shortcomings, I know she'll hear me out. And that is all I can ask of her.
My bad. I was kind of hoping you wouldn't have seen me with these.
I can tell that.
What?
There's way too much introspection going on here, in my opinion. Look at him.
I can tell this is because the
little face.
I just want to get into a scary part, honestly. Just pills rattled lightly.
I know.
When I
it never happens.
To its usual place. Always the small area closest to my laptop near the right hand. Within reach whenever in quiet reminder of what I shouldn't miss every day.
What? Oh, is it bad? I was just thinking that maybe it's a cold like Becca's. Do you need me to get anything from the store? Soup or something? There's one nearby, right? I can run real quick and...
No, nothing of that sort. I'm perfectly healthy right now. It's really difficult to say, but can you promise me you'll listen at least?
What is this about, Zach?
Yo, Sergey, if you're invested too, I will have the playthrough up on my YouTube channel.
I should have been upfront with you about this a long time ago. Well, Ashton found out without me telling him anything. But you already know how that guy is. Can't hide anything from him.
If it's something you're having trouble saying, you don't have to force yourself to tell me. I'll forget I ever saw anything and won't ask questions. Promise.
No, I need to get this off my chest eventually. Besides, we're already here. Might as well finish what I started, yeah?
If you say so.
She takes a seat on the couch, her posture easy and open and her smile honest. As if this is just a simple talk between two friends on a regular day. It is far from one, but her unreserved air is enough to stomp down the twig of unease that threatens to come up.
Let's hear it then.
And she does. It feels like yesterday.
Let's do this for like This is like 5 more minutes.
True to her word, she listens to all the story spills out of my mouth, and my ma and pa, that little old diner across the pound, and what it left in me that day. I can't recall most of it now, my own account jagged with a few missing details here and there. The passing years have eroded most of my reconciliation of the whole incident. All except for that one moment in the kitchen. The ringing of gunshots are as vivid as it sounded that day. Even Ma's hysterical screams the moment Pa's body hits the floor motionless, his lifeblood flowing out from under him, and the gunman. He was smiling. He was smiling when Pa opened the door to welcome him. He was smiling when he put a bullet to Pa's chest and Ma's head. I've heard stories of how the world can be a cruel place for people like us before. I never believed until that moment.
Nan and Gran took us right after that. Sis and I flew straight to New Jersey as soon as they heard the news. A few days after, Ma and Pa were laid to rest. And we have a new home a continent away. I didn't even get the chance to take my favorite pillow with me. They said something about the change of environment will be good for us. They had no idea the different kind of ghosts would follow me here.
I expected questions, mostly those brimming with childlike curiosity and maybe some that are a little too hard to answer. But to her credit, she just sat there, lent her ears, and looked at me with no expectations or unnecessary judgment in her eyes. She appears wiser and older like this, easier to see the breadwinner in her. Her younger siblings are lucky to have her. Well, when I'm done, after everything's been said, she wraps her arms around me, a bit awkward considering the gap in our heights, but it gets her sentiment across. But it's difficult to answer this in kind, if I am even supposed to reciprocate the gesture, given my earlier apprehension. She pulls away shortly with a smile on her face. Not the reaction I brace myself for, but it's obvious better than what I imagined.
Are you not gonna say anything?
Am I supposed to say anything after? Like, apologize or something? I don't think that's very appropriate, but if you want to hear one, I can think of something real quick.
It's not a natural pose.
In fact, her hands look webbed from this angle. Like, look at her right hand.
Oh, there she heard you.
No, it's still there. Like, it looks like she has webbed fingers.
Not really. Other people have something to say after usually. And they're not necessarily nice either.
Oh, okay then. I won't. I can't think of something anyway. Sorry, I'm not very good with this. Who else knows, by the way?
My older sister, grandparents, and just Ash and you for now. Maybe I think I should tell Rebecca too, but...
But not right now?
Yeah, not right now. When I'm ready. Like today.
I'm sure she'll be willing to hear you out once you do.
I don't doubt she will. I'm more afraid of how she'll react after. One step at a time, yeah? Whew! Surprisingly, it feels good to get that one out my chest. I was a little afraid you'd be angrier. I didn't tell you earlier than today.
I'm not angry. I'm just surprised. You didn't look like it. I wouldn't have suspected.
Yeah, it's not a natural pose.
I suppose that's how it often is, isn't it? We all have our... what's the word Becca uses? Inner demons? But this is something personal to you. I understand why you'd rather have a few people know.
There was a
That
crazy
too.
murder that took
Well,
place in your house.
yeah,
These past few weeks haven't been easy for you.
Friends.
I didn't want to add that.
Not
Not after last night.
Something passes in her face, brief, fleeting, and disappears right before I can recognize what it is.
You okay?
Yep, no worries. I'll be fine. Look, about last night... Never mind. This isn't a good time, but don't lose sleep over this, alright? What's important is you got what you want to say out. And if you need me, I'll be here.
Are they college students?
Oh, I think they're in their early 20s.
Hmm.
I think.
She's 27, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
She just looks like a baby because of her. She's a small.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I should
obviously.
be relieved. Her words are more than reassuring to my ears. I think they're all in like their 20s to 30s. Including like the Wrights. The Wrights might be in their late 30s though. The rich people. There should be comfort in hearing those alone and knowing I have another person to rely on if things ever go bad. But somehow I find myself worrying more for her instead. I'll make another attempt to get the story out of her if I can. But this is a dance I know all too well, and with her I doubt forcing her to say something would yield any results. As much as I want to imitate Ash, there's only so much I can ask that won't result in something a little over disastrous. At best, she'll stop talking to me until a week passes. At worst, I'd rather not risk it. I've never seen her angry. Her anger. Outright annoyed, maybe, and often directed at Ash, but never furious. What do you say again about happiest people when angered? Besides, it'd be unfair to her after our little chat.
So, food then?
Carolyn, I want to get some ice cream, and then I think I'm going to stop. Okay? So in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because nothing scary. In fact, nothing has happened in the past half hour. So
that was because you and Sergey and us kept talking. But it's fine.
What? Excuse me.
The reason
I just point out two things. One, that it's been noon in their world forever. And two, this is a very narrow building, like literally one flat wide, because I can see windows in both sides of the room, and this is a dorm room with presumably no other door.
Way to take out the magic. Way to take out the magic behind the scenes here, man. You're not supposed to
trying to figure out the
focus
architecture
on
here.
that kind of stuff.